Hi everyone. This is a box of records that I put together back when I was liquidating my record collection and seeing what particular albums I might be able to unload and sell. This is not for garage sale or thrift store, really. This is for the record store to see if they'll take these records and get something back for them. And I'm going to take this top off here and go through each one individually and give my reasonings. This might be a regular series depending on how often I decide to cull the collection. So we'll start with Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years. I got this because it was a really nice copy, and it was in shrink and it had a sticker. Then I realized that I really am happy with Paul Simon's greatest hits, so I don't need this. Same thing can be said of this album, which is a classic album, right? Billy Joel, Piano Man, nice hype sticker, and Corvettes sticker. This is the main reason to have this, but again, I'm happy with the greatest hits. I have the Billy Joel double album. Eric Clapton, same thing. Found this cheap enough. I wanted to give it a shot, but I realized again with Clapton, I'm happy with the hits albums, if such a word could be applied to Clapton. Okay, if John, the Kiss fan, is watching this, this is an album, Rock and Roll Over by Kiss, that I bought, and I went through a period for a long time. I even went through it in the 70s. Where I was really interested in collecting Kiss because the albums are so collectible. I like the covers. This has the decals that are in it and whatnot. But I played the whole album, and no offense to John or anyone who loves Kiss, but while I like some Kiss songs, I don't think the entire albums are for me. An exception might be Destroyer, which I might actually buy the Destroyer album if I see it. But I think with Kiss, I'd be happy if I could get just a nice compilation with the songs that I really like on it. Problem is, I like some earlier songs and some later songs. My taste is so different that it's hard to find the right compilation. Well, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. The only reason that I'm getting rid of this is because I have this in an upgrade copy. This is a lesser grade. Paul Simon, greatest hits, etc. I love Paul Simon, but then again, having said that, I like Simon and Garfunkel, and I like the hits by Paul Simon, which this is. But to make it a longer story shorter, I basically have another hits album, the one that's called Negotiations and Love Songs. So I don't need this. Linda Ronstadt. Linda Ronstadt, cute as a button, but I don't need every Linda Ronstadt album. Again, I'm satisfied with the hits for the most part. I think I'd still have some solo albums of hers anyway, but I'll work on that. Rolling Stones, Miss You. This was, again, you wanted to buy something one day, and I think this is the pink. This is on pink vinyl. I mean, I still may keep this. Well, I can't take it all the way out with one hand. It's on pink vinyl. I don't know. I might wind up keeping this. I don't know. But don't need it. I mean, I have Miss You on the Some Girls album. This is Elvis. I have all the Elvis albums, but this one is the Best Buy Cheapo series, and I have the original mint one with a photo enclosed bonus, so don't need this. Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. I've got this one many times. Got several copies of this. Don't need this one. This is not one of the better quality albums. I think this one even skips. I'm not sure of that though. But either way, I have enough of these. Ramblin' Rose. I haven't decided what to do with Nat King Cole yet. I like some Nat King Cole, and I still have some albums I want to play before I decide whether to keep them or not. This one I may hang on to. I'm not sure because, there's no value in it anyway, really. I picked this up, I don't know why. The Flying Platters Around the World. Must have found this really cheap or something. I've never played it. And, the Platters, I like their hits. I have them. Same thing here with the association. Whatever songs they have that are big, Along Comes Mary and whatever. I bought this mainly because it was a cool cover and it was in the shrink wrap. You know, I get like that. You know, you see a nice album, good condition, still holds up over the years, and it's got the shrink or some hype stickers, and it's like, I'd like to have it. But in certain cases, I'm going to stick with hits. We have another Billy Joel album, same thing. You know, nice condition here with the sticker and all, but I'll keep the hits. One exception to Billy Joel, I should say, is the Glass Houses album. I don't know. Glass Houses is probably my favorite Billy Joel album, so I'll keep that one in its entirety. This is just WOR FM 98.1 or 98.7. Compilation of different songs. Actually, pretty good compilation here. Don't need it. Just try to save space. This was a song I actually like, Hippie Chick. It's a 12-inch single by Soho. You know, I like this, actually. I don't know if I have this on a 45, a smaller version, but don't need it. Some of these K-Tel albums, I was getting into a thing where I was collecting a lot of K-Tel albums, and they're still fun, but let's face it, at the end of the day, most of the songs are abbreviated and cut, so don't need that. Bananarama, Deep Sea Skiving or Skiving. Bought this because I like that song. I think He Was Really Saying Something is on here. Nana, goodbye. You know, Nana, hey, hey, goodbye. And I think it's hard to read the titles back here. Anyway. Yeah. Here's a nice, very nice quality Sonny and Cher. It's got the sticker on it. I have this in doubles. This is a mono version. I have the stereo also. It was kind of a chore to decide, do I keep the stereo or the mono? I didn't realize when I bought one of these that I already had it. Then I thought I'd keep both, but I played both of them, and I couldn't really discern much difference. So, pictures of Elvis, I don't know. I have a lot of Elvis albums, and, you know, this is just one that doesn't do it for me. This is sealed, Burning Love and hits from his movies. Elvis. I have another sealed one. This is my second sealed copy of this. I don't need two. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits with the shrink. I have another Chuck Berry, the Great 28, which I think is more concise than this. So, and I've heard somewhere that these were re-recorded. I don't know if that's true or not, but whether they are or not, I've got I think, superior collection to this. Bob Dylan, Knocked Out Loaded. Pretty lousy album, but that's not the reason I'm getting rid of it. Even though it's got the shrink, this is another one that I bought, didn't realize I'd already had it in shrink. So I got two shrink wrap copies of this. Edie Brickell, I like this album. Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars. The reason I'm going to be selling this one is because I found a slightly better copy than this. We Are the Imperials featuring Little Anthony. This is another one that I decided to stick with the greatest hits, Little Anthony and the Imperials. Bill Haley's Comets. I found this at a garage sale. And this has white tape all around the edge. Somebody put white tape, some genius. You know, I have so many Bill Haley albums, I can't tell you. I have a lot of them that has Rock Around the Clock. Did I say garage sale? On a flea market? I don't know what I said. I found this at a flea market, only $1 or $2, I don't remember. I don't like the tape on it. And like I said, I have the songs that I need by him, I have on different compilations of Bill Haley. This was another... Sometimes I look at these and I'm like, you know, this is part of the addiction of vinyl collecting. It's like, I like the song Nice to Be With You by Gallery, which I have on a 45, and then I saw this album with this cheesy cover, and I'm like, that's so cool to have. It just feels like the 70s. You know, sometimes I will buy an album for the cover, you know. It's almost hard to part with things like this. Never played it, never think I'm going to play it. I have the hit song on a single. You got to tear yourself away sometimes. Here's one, the Go-Go's. Okay, Beauty and the Beat. This is a must-have album, really, right? From the 80s. But then again, I only really like Our Lips Are Sealed and We Got the Beat. And I think I got them on 45s. Again, it's a matter of, are you going to play these albums, all of them? Yeah, you might keep one for nostalgic reasons or for the cover, but... Uh-oh, Adam, I hope you're not watching. You might remember the video when I picked this up. I picked this up. It's a nice condition with the cellophane, and again, you know, it's hard to let go, you know, because it's nice to have. It's in such great shape. I like the song "Open Your Heart." I like, you know, "Papa Don't Preach" isn't bad, but again, I'll stick with the hits collection of 45s. Partridge Family, Sound Magazine, nostalgia. You know, bought this for nostalgia. I do like "I Woke Up in Love This Morning," and but you know. Again, I'll stick with the compilation. I don't know if they have a vinyl compilation. I know they had a CD compilation, but I have 45s. I'll stick with the 45s. More of the Monkees. This is an album that I wouldn't do without, but this happens to be a double. So this is a double. I don't know, around Halloween time I picked this up. Horror. It's a record that's kind of shaped, looks like almost like a Batwing thing. And I don't know, it's got some horror theme songs, don't care. I was given this for free. Bubblegum Music is it's actually it's got Ohio Express, 1910 Fruit Gum Company on it. You know, I'm thinking twice about this because I like some of the songs on it, but I have a lot of these already as 45s, so I don't know. Tom Jones sings "She's a Lady." I think I talked about this before. Tom Jones, I'm good with hits collections. I don't need individual albums, even though the cover is pretty cool in a cheesy way. Same thing here with Gary Puckett and Union Gap. You see an album, cool cover, cellophane on it and everything, and sticker, and this and that, but I'm happy with the hits and the 45s. I said this about Elton John for a long time now. Elton John, I just need Greatest Hits Volume 1, 2, and 3. And I think I'm happy with Elton John. And maybe Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I'll keep that album. So all these Elton John albums, you know, are going to go. Mamas and the Papas. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if this is a double. This might be a double. It's, you know, this is such good shape. This might be a double, either that or I'm just going to stick with the singles. Same thing with the Lovin' Spoonful. Look at that, really cool cover. Again, you know, after I make this video, I just may put some of these back. You know, it's. I mean, sometimes you just want to pull this out, even if you can hold it. You know, give me some comments in the feedback section here. You know, I mean, don't you feel the same way in some cases? Like, well, it's just a cool item. Even if you pull this out like a painting or a portrait every once in a while, and you know, makes a good framing cover. You know, it's in good shape. Why get rid of it? You know. I guess because I'm thinking that in order to boost up the resale value of some of these, you know, you got to have some decent albums in here. You can't just have Mitch Miller. Lulu, To Sir With Love. You know, I bought this, again, it was in one of those times when, you know, this was just really in great shape. You can see the cellophane on this, and looks like it's never been played, and I'm like, do I really need this? It's got a version of Day Tripper on it by the Beatles, but, and the song To Sir With Love, I'll deal with a 45. Here's another Elton John. We know the story with Elton John. Herman's Hermits, same thing. I love Herman's Hermits. Love them. I really do. But I don't know if I need this particular album. I don't know. It says Best of Herman's Hermits Volume 3. I got all the songs already. Another great album in Shrink. This one, I know this is a double. Got the Shrink on it. There's a Kind of Hush all over the world. Herman's Hermits, love them. I've got this album already. This is a duplicate. This one I think I was going to keep. So I got the other one with the Shrink on it that I'm keeping. I remember I was proud when I got this, the Hollies Greatest, you know. This is a UK import. I think I've got another greatest Hollies album, which goes a little deeper than this. I think that was the reason. You don't have later stuff on here like The Air That I Breathe and things like that. The one I have has the old ones and the newer ones on it. I want to tell you something about Surrealistic Pillow with Jefferson Airplane. Well, first of all, this is a double. I'm getting rid of this because it's a double. This is a mono version. I also have the stereo version. I played both. Here it is with what I was going to say at the beginning about it. I only like White Rabbit and Somebody to Love. That's it. Okay, that's what I like by Jefferson Airplane from what I've heard. I have both 45s and I have this album in stereo. This is mono. Some people say the mono's better, and I don't know. I'm gonna go. I played them both stereo and mono, and stereo was fine. This was in such great condition that I bought it. Tom Jones, What's New, Pussycat, really, really cool cover. But again, greatest hits are fine. It's a nice mono symbol there. You get that addicting bug, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to collect this. I want to have this. But then there comes a time when you have to make room for things that you want more or make more sense to you in your collection. Jigsaw. They had the big hit Sky High, which is a great memory from my childhood. I have the 45 of it. But when I saw this album, it was like, oh, how cool is that? You could see pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. I said, it's a really cheesy cover. That's it. So anyway, that's the story, folks. It was fun doing this. I'm probably going to get to this. These videos won't happen that frequently, I hope. I mean, maybe once a year or two. Something like that. But as I went through these records, you can hear some of them. I'm like, nah, I can't bring myself to sell them. But to make space in my cabinets and for records that I think I would more likely want to keep, something's got to go. Cheers.